Well, hello, facilitators. Welcome to session 3. Again, I'm Markus Lloyd and excited to take you through session 3 of our video facilitator training. If you're in session 3, man, that means you've had a great time, or I hope you had a great time in session 1 and 2. We're diving in a little deeper here. At the beginning of this session, you'll see at the top it says Vision of Diversity. This is one of my favorite sessions because it dives into the Revelation 7:9 passage, which God gives us the vision of what He desires His church to see. People coming together from every tribe, tongue, and ethnic group. And it's exciting. We hope that the group that you have is a vision of that as well. And so as you dive in, you're going to start to get an opportunity to have people open up in their collective trauma. And what I mean by that is racial issues in our country and the ways that races have interacted with each other produces trauma not only in the oppressed but also in the oppressor. And in our groups, you may call it minority and majority, people of color and white, right? And so we just need to recognize that people are going to be coming in with trauma on both sides and be open to that and create a safe space, as we talk about all the time as facilitators, where that trauma can come out and it can be safe for them to articulate that, and they can find people who are willing to listen and change the ways they're thinking because of the things that they're experiencing in the midst of their trauma and in the midst of this group. As you go forward, you'll start to see some places where some hardened narratives are starting to come out. You'll start to see biases come in, confirmation bias. You'll start to see implicit bias, explicit bias, and those things will create a little tension in the group. And this is necessary. You've got to come up against those biases and have a little conflict if we're going to make any real progression. So be prepared to manage that and pray over that specifically as you go through. It's also when these biases and these narratives start coming out, man, it can start to create nervousness in people. People can walk away maybe getting hurt, getting their triggers stepped on. And so you want, between session 3 and 4, you want to make sure you check in with your group, especially those who may have been quiet in the group, or maybe those who have shown a little bit more aggression in the group. Check in with them and just see where they are and see if you can reassure them to come back and be prepared to enter into the discussion with the rest of the group. Like I say all the time at the end of these sessions, you're going to be challenged in a lot of different ways, and none of this can be done on your own. So make sure that you are praying profusely before you get involved. And again, if you have questions, make sure that you utilize our facilitator coaches. You can find them on our website, wearethreaded.org. Make sure you utilize those so that you know what to do the next time. Also, as you begin heading into session 4 between 3 and 4, we desire for these groups to grow. We desire for there to be more groups, and we always need facilitators. And the next great facilitator could be sitting in your group. And so I want you to start to look at your group and start to analyze who could be a facilitator as we go forward. And just start to think about that. It may not come out right now, but if you start to see glimmers of that, put that in your mind, and as we get into other sessions, we'll talk about how we can start to engage those folks that maybe can be facilitators in the future. So thank you again for facilitating. That's session 3. We'll see you in session 4.